Greetings, teachers, students, parents, and other faculty and staff. My name is Mr. Garrison, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to access and utilize Google Classrooms. As you know, with this whole entire pandemic taking place, we are switching to online learning. And so today I'm going to show you the basics of how to get to, how to navigate, and how to use this new platform. So, as you are already familiar with, we utilize the Clever application. The Clever application is nothing but a collection of different resources that teachers use to instruct students. So the first thing we need to do is to access Clever. So whether you have Safari, Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, or any other type of web browser, you want to choose it. So today I'm going to choose Safari. I'm going to log on there. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to Clever. So of course you know that is clever.pgcps.org. Now after click on clever.pgcps.org, I need to ensure that it's the right Clever website by making sure that it says Prince George's County Public Schools on the top. If it does not say Prince George's County Public Schools, then it is not in our district. So once you do so, you want to log in with the Active Directory. Now, I talked about my previous video about the Clever Badge. And Clever Badges do work as well, but we normally utilize the username and password. So we're going to click on Login. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and put in my username and password. And the student's username and passwords were fast. It's just going to be, it's normally the first name dash last name. Sometimes there are abbreviations or different ways it's put in due to, there being more than one student with the same name in the system. So I'm going to put in my username and password. And so, let's make sure it's working all the way. There we go. Okay. So I'm able to access Clever. I'm on the page. This is the teacher's page, of course. Of course, the student's page is very similar. However, though, on the teacher's page, I'm able to see all the different articles, so all the different applications. So right now, I'm on there, and one of the first things I'm doing is scrolling down, and of course, in PGCPS links, I see Google Classroom. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Google Classroom. You can also, to make it easier, press the heart emblem. The heart emblem will actually bring it up top. So that way it's much easier to locate because there's a lot of apps on Clever, as you already know. So I'm going to click on Google Classroom. And so now I click on Google Classroom. I have different with email addresses, so I have to choose my personal one. However, though, with your students, it will not be as so because they have their PGCPS address. So now, once you click on there, you're able to see all of the different classrooms that your students may be enrolled in. Okay. And so for me as an educator, I see more classrooms because I create classrooms. I join other educational classrooms. Now, if there's a classroom that you're not enrolled in, a teacher and so forth, they can send you what we call the join code. And so what you will do if you need to join a classroom, you can click on the plus sign right here, and you can actually join the class. Now, like I said, you have to have the code, the class code that the teacher will give you. So you will put it in right here where it says class code, and you'll automatically be joined in. Okay? So right now, I'm going to take a look. I have created my Google Classroom. I'm still adding students to it. However, though, this is the platform for the Google Classroom. Okay? And so you can see it's very direct. You'll be able to see different postings from the teacher, as well as you can see assignments. You can see updates. You'll see information. Any type of announcement teachers make is right here, and you can actually share something with the class as a student, as a parent. You can communicate with the teacher as well as other students. So this is the teacher layout. Now let me show you as if I were a student what I would do. So as I said earlier, there's different Google Classrooms. I have different Google Classrooms going on. So I'm going to choose this one right here, just for example. Okay. So now this is a classroom that I myself am not in charge of. So I'm going to give you a look from the student's point of view. Now look at the student's point of view. I can see other people are commenting. I see different links, resources. And this is for all students and parents as well. You're able to join the classroom as well, so you can monitor and make sure your students are doing work, communicate with the parents. So it's not just on the students, it's also the parents are able to take part in this as well. So I can see things such as assignments. So I can see assignments that are created. I'm gonna click on this one, for example. Okay. And so it tells me the due date. It normally has instructions. So right here, for example, I have instructions, okay? And it lets me know, okay, hey, what's going on? I can click on a link to better understand it. For this one right here, it was a training I attended saying, hey, complete an evaluation. So I go ahead and complete the evaluation based off of this link right here, and I'm able to go ahead and submit it and mark as done. So you're able to upload files, and this is very important. When you submit a time, you can upload different files, and it could be through Google Drive, it could be through Docs. If you have Microsoft Word, if whatever it may be, you're able to upload it right on here so that the teacher may see it, and also the teacher is able to provide feedback underneath private comments. So I just want to let you know, so you're able to upload evidence, upload your work onto the Google Classroom, so that way not only can the teacher see it, you can see it as well. The teacher can provide you feedback, and you're able to go ahead and improve and keep on going from that task. So that's just one aspect. I'm going to take it back. Like I said, there's also announcements that take place. You see, each assignment, each individual piece of instruction has its own rectangle. So you can click on those and see what's going on. And here goes another one. Different resource provided. It's not necessarily an assignment, but it's different resources. So as parents, as you're navigating students, as you are navigating through Google Classroom, you'll be able to see all of these different options, all of these different resources, and they will be dated. So that's a very important thing. So you'll know what's happening each week. They will be dated for you to see, and also for you to access. Um, as when it comes to reading, we're able to upload textbooks, materials, resources onto Google Classroom. So it's something you need to read. If there's in terms of videos will be updated. Worksheets, any types of assignments, assessments, they will all be updated, so you'll be able to do so. And as a teacher, we will be able to see. I'm going to go to classwork real fast. So, for example, and this right here, this shows all the assignments. And like I said, I'm looking from a student point of view. So students, parents, you can see this as well. So you see it's broken down where you can see all of the different assignments that are lined up. You could choose any one. Grade one assignments, well, that's already closed. And that's the thing too. When it's closed, unfortunately, you can't access it again. However, though, there are assignments that, will still be open. So this gives you an outlook on what's taking place. It lets you know if the assignment is missing or if it's completed. So that way you can stay in touch about what needs to be done. And overall, like I said, you're able to go ahead and communicate with the teachers, right through this platform. So like I said, this is Mr. Garrison. I just want to give you a brief idea, concept of how the Google Classroom platform works. It's very user friendly and easy to navigate. You will be able to follow up on your own scholars to make sure they're doing the right work, as well as communicate with the teachers. And also, there's a way to get notified about, once you're in the classroom, you will be notified automatically about the different assignments, any posting announcements, events, anything that the teacher posts, you'll be notified. So that makes it a lot easier for parents. I know y'all are busy as well, but you'll be able to be notified, via email, whether you got email on your cell phone to see exactly what's going on, what's due, and you'll be able to inform your child and follow up on your child to make sure that they are doing what's right. So hopefully this tutorial has showed you not only how to access Google Classroom, but has given you a foundation on what to do. And as we transform into this distance learning for the remainder of the year, I wish you all the best of luck. And I know that we're going to do everything to make sure these scholars are college career ready. Thank you so much.